I never thought my wedding day would be the day my life unraveled. My name is Abina, 28, born and raised in Kumasi. I met Kojo 2 years ago at a business conference in Accra. Tall, confident, with that kind of smile that could make a woman forget her own name. He was charming, generous, and everything I thought I wanted in a man. Our love story moved fast. 6 months after meeting, we were engaged. Kojo said he wanted a small wedding, but my family insisted on a big one. My elder sister, Adwoa, who had been working in the UK for years, flew in to be my maid of honor. She was the perfect sister, beautiful, graceful, and the type who could walk into a room and instantly have everyone's attention. The day before the wedding, I noticed Kojo acting strangely around Adwoa. I brushed it off as nerves. Little did I know, the truth was darker than I could ever imagine. The wedding started beautifully. Drums, cant, laughter, and joy filled the air. But just as the pastor asked if anyone had an objection to the marriage, the last person I expected stood up, Adwoa. The hall went dead silent. My sister's voice shook as she said, "I can't let this happen. Abina. Kojo is already married to me." Gasps filled the room. My mother nearly collapsed. My father's hands trembled as he tried to calm her. I turned to Kojo, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. He didn't deny it. Instead, he looked down, avoiding my eyes like a coward. The story spilled out in front of everyone. Years ago, when Adwoa had been in Ghana for a brief visit, she had met and married Kojo in a small traditional ceremony in Cape Coast. They kept it quiet because she had to return to the UK, and Kojo promised they'd make it official when she relocated back. But Kojo, being the greedy snake he was, started chasing me after she left, knowing full well I was her sister. He told Adwoa we were just friends, and convinced her he was only helping me with business advice. Meanwhile, he was taking me out, whispering sweet lies, and planning a second marriage. Kojo's plan was sick. He wanted both of us, one wife abroad sending money, and one at home keeping him warm. The scandal didn't end there. Adwoa revealed she was pregnant, and the child was Kojo's. The shock nearly knocked the wind out of me. My dream day turned into a public humiliation. The guests didn't even hide their whispers. My uncles were already talking about refunding the bride price before the ceremony had even ended. In my rage, I demanded answers. Kojo tried to justify himself, saying he loved us both differently and that our family could make it work. That was when I realized he was a true predator. He wasn't sorry, he just wanted control. I told him, in front of everyone, "Kojo, may your shadow never cross mine again." And I walked out of my own wedding, leaving him standing there like a fool. But the story didn't end there. 2 weeks later, I got a call from Adwoa in tears. She had gone to surprise Kojo at his apartment and found another woman, this time a young lady from his church, wearing his shirt and cooking in his kitchen. Turns out, Kojo was already planning a third marriage. That was the final straw. Adwoa and I teamed up, gathered all the evidence of his scams, and reported him to the police. It turned out he had been marrying women for their money, using charm and lies. Kojo was arrested for fraud, and his name became tabloid fodder all over Ghana. People called him the triple husband of Kumasi. As for Adwoa and me, it took a long time to heal, but the scandal brought us closer. We both learned that love without honesty is just a pretty lie waiting to explode. And in Ghana, news travels fast. Kojo will never be able to hide from his shame. That, my friends, is the story of how my wedding day became the day I found out my husband-to-be was already my sister's husband. A day I will never forget, not because I got married, but because I walked away. Subscribe to Afro Tales and Vibes on YouTube for more interesting African tales and mysteries.